Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Learning and Interaction with Miss Aisha Khadir. Here is Miss Aisha Khadir, your ON A-Levels biology instructor. My purpose of making videos to provide revision classes to all of you. Okay, so it will be helpful for the IGCSE students and as well as for O-Levels biology students. So let's start today's class. Here is the list of topics which we will cover today. Characteristics of living organism, classification, concept of species, binomial nomenclature, and in the last we will solve some past paper questions. So characteristics of living organism. So when we talk about characteristics of living organism, so all living organisms share 7 basic characteristics. So number 1 is the nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition means to take food. And you can write it down, to get nutrients. Okay, so first of all is the nutrition. Number second, respiration. What is respiration? Break down nutrients, especially glucose, to release energy, because all living organisms need energy in their body. Okay, break down food. Once they get food, and then they break down food to get energy. Break down food, especially glucose will break down and release energy. Then this energy is used for their growth. So third is the growth. What is growth? Permanent increase in the size of the body. Permanent increase in the size, or you can say, or mass of the body. So all living organisms show growth. Like you are growing, your height is increasing, your length of your hairs are increasing, length of your nails are increasing. So what is this? This is growth. Okay. Number 4, excretion. What is excretion? Removal of metabolic waste material, like the thing which is toxic for your body, and your body is producing that particular substance which is toxic for you, so you have to get rid of it. So what is this? This is excretion. So removal of metabolic waste material. Like we will excrete carbon dioxide, because we produce carbon dioxide during respiration, so we will excrete it. Then we produce urea by protein degradation, so it is also toxic for us, so we will remove it. After excretion, there will be movement. Number 5th, movement. Movement, all living organisms show any type of movement, like they can change their positions, they can change their places. Okay, movement show any sort of movement. Like when you talk about plants, so they can just change their positions. Okay, not change their place, but animals can move here to there, they can change their places also as well as position. Change of position or place. Okay, then 6th is the reproduction, to produce the young one. Simple. To produce offspring, to produce young one. So all living organisms show this feature also. Then in the last we have sensitivity. What is sensitivity? Detect the stimulus. What is a stimulus? Any change, any factor that provoke you to produce some response is called stimulus. Like if someone is calling your name, so this is your stimulus. Why? You will show some response. If something hot fall on your hand, on your body part, so you will move your hand away. So what is this? The hot object is the stimulus, and you are showing some response. Okay. Plants are also showing response. They grow towards the sunlight. So what is this? This is their sensitivity. Like they are sensing that sunlight is coming from this direction. So we have to move towards the direction of sunlight. Okay. So this is sensitivity. So these are the 7 basic characteristics all living organism must share. I hope you understand. Then we are moving further. So when we talk about the living organism, so we have many living organisms on this planet, on this earth. So we are classifying living organisms. So why we are doing classification? Just to make the groups of living organism. It will make the study convenient, and it will give us more precise information. Simple. So we can classify living organisms in 5 basic kingdoms: kingdom animals, kingdom plants, kingdom fungi, kingdom bacteria, kingdom protoctist. So quick, we are talking about the basis of classification. So basis of classification, first is the morphological features. When you talk about morphological features, so these are the external features. Like when we observe any mammal, like we are mammals, cat is the mammal, rat is the mammal. So what we are observing? We are observing the external layers. We are observing that they are warm-blooded, like they have to maintain their constant body temperature. We are observing that body having fur or hairs. So these are the external features now which we are observing. So these are called morphological features. So first basis of classification is the morphological features. Then when we are moving further, so after morphological features, we have anatomical features also. Anatomical features, internal features, like you have to dissect the animal, you have to dissect the plant and observe the internal features. So internal features, like we can observe that the heart of all mammals having 4 chambers. Okay. Then we are observing that the internal body parts, like we have liver, all other mammals also have liver. Okay. So these all are the internal features. Then in the last, we talk about genetic features, and these genetic features are giving us more information. So what we are saying that the closely related living organisms having closely related DNA. Okay. Closely related living organisms have closely related DNA. Like they are sharing some genetic characteristics, like some sort of proteins they are sharing, some sort of DNA, like you can say nucleotides they are sharing. Okay. So when we talk about classification, so as I told you that we can classify living organism into 5 basic kingdoms. So first of all, we are talking about a kingdom animals. When we talk about kingdom animals, so in the kingdom animals, all are multicellular. All the members are multicellular. Like their body is made up of more than one cells. Okay. Their body is made up of many cells. Then they are eukaryotic. Now the terminology of eukaryotic means they have true nucleus. Like in their cell, if I am drawing the animal cell here, let's suppose this is the animal cell, let's suppose. So inside the animal cell, what you will observe? You will observe proper nucleus. This is the nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. And inside the nuclear membrane, you will observe the genetic material which is present in a form of chromosome. Like these chromosomes are present, which are made up of DNA. Okay. So eukaryotic means have true nucleus. have true nucleus. Okay. Then eukaryotic, multicellular have no cell wall. Only cell membrane is there. In the animals, no cell wall is there, only cell membrane is there. Then non-chlorophyllous, like they don't have chlorophyll. So they are unable to prepare their own food. So they are called heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means unable to produce their own food. Like when they don't have chlorophyll, so obviously they could not perform photosynthesis. Okay. Then we are talking about kingdom plants. Kingdom plants, when we talk about kingdom plants, so kingdom plants having again multicellular and eukaryotic members. Again, they have true nucleus. Around the genetic material, nuclear membrane is present, but they have chlorophyll also. They have chlorophyll. When they have chlorophyll, so they can perform photosynthesis. And when they can perform photosynthesis, they can prepare their own food. So they are called autotrophs. Like they can prepare their own food. Okay. And they also have cell wall around the cell membrane. And this cell wall is mainly made up of cellulose. Some pectin and lignin also present, but mainly cellulose. Okay. So let's suppose if I am drawing the plant cell here. So plant cell having two layers. Like first layer is the cell wall and the inner layer is the cell membrane. So whenever you observe the plant cell, you will observe two layers structure. The inner one is the cell membrane and the outer one is the cell wall. Okay. This is cell wall and the inner one is the cell membrane. Then they have chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is present in a form of structures called chloroplast. So they have chloroplast actually. Then some of the plant cells also having large vacuole in it and also having nucleus and nucleus having nuclear membrane. Okay, so this is the structure of kingdom a plant cell. So all the members of the kingdom plants are multicellular, eukaryotic, chlorophyll sometimes present, sometimes absent, but and autotrophs in nature and all have cell wall. Okay. Now we are talking about kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi. In the fungi, some are multicellular and some are unicellular also. Okay. Like some members are multicellular. You can take the example of mushroom here, but some are unicellular also. You can take the example of yeast here. Okay. Like they don't have chlorophyll, no chlorophyll. So again, they are heterotrophs. Like they are unable to prepare their own food. When we talk about multicellular fungi, so multicellular fungi having a body which is made up of thread. So thread-like structures are there which are called hypha. So their body is made up of hypha, made up of thread-like structures called hypha. And the collective mass of hypha is called mycelium. Like when all hypha collect together, so they form mycelium. When we talk about fungi, so usually some are the edible fungi, like we can consume it like mushroom and yeast, but some fungi are also toxic for us and they are the parasite for us, and they can cause different type of disease in our body, infectious disease, including athlete foot. But some fungi are decomposers. They feed on dead and waste organic matter. Like they are heterotrophs, they are unable to produce their own food, so they are decomposers in nature. Like they will consume dead and waste organic material. Okay, so this is all about fungi, and they have cell wall, but their cell wall is different from plant cell wall. Their cell wall is made up of chitin. Cell wall is made up of chitin. Okay, cell wall is there, but different from the plants. Then we are talking about kingdom protista. So they are in this kingdom, all are unicellular. Like their body is composed of only one cell. And when we talk about kingdom protista, so they are eukaryotic also. Like they also, even they have only single cell body, but they have proper nucleus in their body. Okay, so they are eukaryotic in nature. Different mode of feedings are there. Some are free living, some are parasites, some have chlorophyll, so they can perform photosynthesis also. So different type of protista are there, like euglena, paramecium, amoeba, Chlamydomonas. The important protista is the which we are going to be discuss about is Plasmodium, because this is the malarial parasite. Plasmodium is the parasite which can cause malaria. Okay. Then in the last, we have to discuss about kingdom prokaryotes. So kingdom prokaryotes having bacteria also. Okay. Only bacteria. Kingdom prokaryotes. Like they have no proper nucleus. They don't have nuclear membrane. Again, they are unicellular and they are prokaryotic in nature. They are prokaryotic in nature. Okay. Have false nucleus. Like when you observe the bacterial cell, let's suppose if I'm drawing the bacterial cell, so you will observe the ring of DNA, which is plasmid, and you can also observe the linear DNA. But the DNA, the genetic material is not enclosed by any nuclear membrane. Okay. So no nuclear membrane is there. Although genetic material is present, but no nuclear membrane. So this genetic material is in free floating form. You can say this genetic material is in free floating form. Okay. In the cytoplasm. Some bacteria are useful. Some bacteria are useful. We are using bacteria in different processes, like in yogurt making, in cheese making. Some bacteria are decomposers also, which are making our soil fertile, like nitrogen fixing bacteria are there, and different type of bacteria are there. Then some bacteria are also harmful for us, like they can cause infectious disease, including tuberculosis is the bacterial disease. Okay, so some are the harmful also, which are called parasitic bacteria. So example of parasitic bacteria which can cause tuberculosis, and it may cause cholera. So these are the bacteria, these are the harmful bacteria that can cause some disease. Okay. Now we are talking about concept of species. What is a species? Species is the smallest unit of classification. When we talk about classification, so first of all, we are making a species. What is a species? Species means potential interbreeding living organisms. Potential interbreeding, living organisms, which can produce fertile offspring. Which can produce fertile offspring. Now, what I mean here, let's suppose that when we talk about frog, okay, frog is closely related to toad, but this frog and toad are the different species, okay. Frog, when you talk about a male frog, so male frog all the time need female frog, and when they reproduce together, they form fertile offspring. But let's suppose if frog male is there and female toad is there, they start reproduction. So let's suppose if we are to consider here that we are consider here just that male frog is there and female toad is there. So when they will do reproduction, so they will produce unfertile offspring. Unfertile offspring means this offspring could not extend their generation. Okay. So although they are closely resembled to each another, but frog is a different species, toad is a different species. For example, here I am giving you more examples. You can observe in this diagram, this is tiger and this is lion. Panthera tigris, Panthera leo. Although they are closely related, but again, this tiger will mate with this tiger in order to produce fertile offspring. And this male lion is mate with this female lioness in order to produce fertile offspring. This tiger could not mate with this lion, and this tigress could not mate with this female, with this male tiger. If they do, so the offspring which they are producing is unfertile. Okay. So I hope the concept of a species is clear to you. So individuals which can produce fertile offspring, which can do mating, are called species. And they are the basic unit of classification. They are the smallest unit of classification. Okay. Now we are talking about binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature means like we are giving scientific name to each and every living organism. And in the scientific name of living organism is consist of two parts. So scientific name of living organism is consist of two parts. So first is the genus name. First is the genus name, and second is the species name. Second is the species name. Like comes on this example, Panthera is the genus name here. What is this Panthera? This is genus name here. And Leo, it is the species name here. Okay. So whenever you want to write the genus name and species name, so some rule are there. So rule number one, genus name genus name will start with the capital letter. Like if we are writing down like for humans, let's suppose, so Homo is the genus name. So it will first word of the genus name should be capital. First letter of genus name should be capital. Then second, species name with lowercase letter. Then if you are writing with your hand like manually, so you have to underline it. Okay, underline it. Like if I'm writing down Homo sapiens, so Homo and sapiens should be underlined. And if you are typing it, so use the italic font here. Okay, so these are the rules which are applicable when we are writing down the scientific name of living organisms. So this is all about today's lecture. Now we are starting past papers. Okay, some yeast, sugar, and water are mixed in a test tube. The diagram shows the test tube at the start and after 1 hour. At the start, you are observing here yeast is providing with sugar and water. Now, bubble of gas. Bubble of gas. Which gas is there? This is carbon dioxide. And how carbon dioxide is producing? Which process caused this change? Respiration. Because during respiration, yeast consume this sugar and break down it and produce carbon dioxide as the waste material of respiration. Okay. Then, which name is given to a group of individuals that can reproduce to produce fertile offspring? Very simple. Species. Then, a rat has the scientific name Rattus rattus. Are you observing? Italic font they are using, capital letter and the small lowercase letter. What do the two parts of this name refer to? First name is the, what is this? This is genus. And what is this one? This is the species. So option is A. I hope you are understanding. Then phototropism. What is phototropism? Like let's suppose we are observing here that sunlight is coming from one direction and unidirectional sunlight is coming. And plant is growing towards the sunlight, like plant is moving towards the sunlight. So what is this? This is phototropism. So phototropism, which two characteristics of living organism? Growth and nutrition, growth and sensitivity, movement and nutrition, no, nutrition and sensitivity. So what is this? This is first of all sensitivity, because plant is feeling it now, that unidirectional light is coming from one direction. And secondly, it is growth, like it will show the growth pattern towards the light. So it is growth and sensitivity. Option is B, growth and sensitivity. Now the table shows the scientific name and the common name of 4 plants. This is scientific name, this is common name. Which word in their name shows that two of the plants share the greatest number of features? So observe, this is Althea officinalis. This is Hortonia palustris, Viola palustris, Viola tricolor. So the same here is this is the genus name are the same. So we are observing with the genus name first. So the genus name is the Viola, which is the genus name. This is they are showing. So this is the answer is C, because they have same genus name. Okay. So whenever we observe the closely related features, so we observe the genus name first. Then, what is the correct way of naming an organism using a binomial system? First name, genus name, first letter capital, and then a small this one. Okay. Okay. One more thing, that in the species name you could not use this shortcuts. Okay. You have to write it down complete species name. In case of genus name, you can write it down this, instead of this Danocolis, you can write it down only R and then acris. Okay. But in a species name, you could not write like this. So option is C. Now, some lizards detach their tails when threatened by a predator. Which characteristics is shown? Yes, simple. It is sensitivity, because they are feeling the danger and they just detach their tails in order to distract you if you are the predator, and if you are hitting them, so you will indulge there and the lizard can escape. Then the list shows the scientific name of 8 animals using the binomial system. These are the names. Now, which two animals are most closely related? Again, we are observing the genus name. Arenicola, Arenicola. Okay. So option is B. Okay, genus name is considerable here. Even not the species name first. So this is all about today's class. I hope you enjoyed today's class. So please like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel. And if you feel any difficulty, if you want to discuss any query, so here is my WhatsApp number. You can contact with me. Okay, thank you.